Fuck it, let's go live.
Yeah, my bad. You know, it had to be my bad today, man. I had the wrong setup on, but
I
I thought it was CNN War Report.
yeah,
I thought it was
bro.
CNN War Report. I thought it was Capone and Noriega.
Remix.
Got a remix.
Yeah, definitely, man. My bad, bro. I put the wrong one queued up in here, bro. Thinking ahead, but definitely thank you guys for being here. Another episode up. You know what it is, man. Comic Book Talk with Friends on the Monday. Host Whale Rockwell for the 1-6 Scale Man YouTube channel. Do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, the bell notifications. You always update us. What we got going on over here on the channel, man. We got Bloom in the building. We got Jedi Kid. We got Vincent Dunn Art. You already know what it is, man. We got some teams we were going to talk about. Yes, the Green Lantern trailer came out, or the second one came out today. We're going to talk about that. JR, you shaking your head, so I already know how you feel so far. We're going to talk about also Brad. In case y'all don't know, Brad Winderbaum is now, just in case you don't know, is the head of Marvel Television and Animation, has been promoted to also oversee comics and franchise. So yeah, he's been promoted to kind of oversee everything. So I'm wondering where the future of this is going to go. This is going to be definitely interesting. We'll talk about that.
Maybe we'll get Blade. Yeah, right.
We're going to talk about Punisher, One Last Kill, yo. Yeah. Man,
I'm so excited to hear from Jay when it comes to that show.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that because exactly because I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. If motherfucking, you know, if he didn't, this motherfucker had me in tears crying, like for almost the entire time, bro, with the PTSD. Because the thing is, not Jay, I know you know that, but my dad was in the military as well. And a lot of stuff that he even went through, bro, like the stuff that I know and, you know, seen firsthand, bro, like that shit was really on brand, bro. And his acting was really on brand in this 1 hour episode, which I wish was a bit longer, but we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about The Boys, that last episode, man. I mean, everybody else, but Frenchie. But that, I mean, it is supposed to happen because, you know, we know it happens and, you know, what.
Well, in the comics, it get crazier.
It's crazier in the comics, but this is they dumbing it down. So you already know how that's going to actually be. We'll talk about that. We're going to talk about, you know, just a few other things. Benny, I'm not sure. And that's the one thing that I was kind of, we didn't do Christopher Priest yet, did we?
We've talked about him, but not a feature.
We talked about him, but not okay. We're gonna talk about him today as an actual feature, you know, which you know definitely makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, we probably talked about him on like a top 10,
just in general as the top,
or general talk, but not a full on feature.
Not a full on feature. We're gonna go in a full on feature. Chris, as you know, he's produced some of the dopest shit out there. Ultimate Endgame. We're gonna talk about that and who they decided to kill off in this issue. Fuck. Yeah, it's crazy. And also, there's a few more other things that we're going to actually talk about. Vinny, you said you read what else did you read, bro?
I read I only got to read a few. Absolute Batman 20, Batman #9, and I did get the newest Ultimates 23, whatever.
Yeah, okay. So definitely we'll definitely jump into that. Jay, how you doing, man? You good? You good, man?
Oh yeah. Great weekend. Even better week. I might leave a little early tonight because I got a busy morning in the morning. I got to take care of stuff in the morning. But other than that, oh no, that's before I already had that. She sleep. Yeah.
He said,
already handled.
smash, let it breathe.
Yeah.
Anyway, man. Definitely thank you for being here, brother.
Yes, sir.
As always, Boom, what's going on with you, man?
Man, just grinding the days away, man. Just getting folks to back and forth safely to their doctor's appointments. Just managing groceries and all other things. Just trying to keep the provisions up and providing as well as I can. Outside of that, man, just doing a few things here in the collection. Just adjusting, moving things around, reposing, just having fun there, and then also just taking pictures and shooting stuff up over there on Instagram. So just trying to keep busy and trying to keep as focused as I can as we inch closer to some of this fun stuff that we'll be having here in the late spring and moving on into the summer. So just really excited and just trying to grind the days away till next check, and Agent Venom will be on the way soon enough. So can't wait for all of that, man. So just happy to be here.
Damn, I forgot about Agent Venom, bro.
Yeah.
I definitely forgot about Agent Venom. I don't even have mine yet. I mean, my Chewy's gonna be shipping next week. So.
Oh yeah, you one of the other 5 people that received the Chewy from Sideshow.
Yeah, it wasn't even from Sideshow. It was from Underground.
Oh yeah, right.
I got it from So that's definitely gonna be interesting. We definitely can't how that's gonna get down. What about you, Vinny, man? You good? Good, money?
Yeah, man. Just in what I call the gauntlet now at work, everything's just chaotic. To just trying to get all these customers, clients taken care of, gearing up for the con at the end of the month. So that way, and that's like a double whammy because I have to be off for Memorial Day that Monday, and then we leave for Philly for that weekend at the end of the month. Yeah, but I'm excited for that because I have a lot of new, stuff for the portfolio, stuff for the display. So I'm excited for that show. And I just announced recently on my socials I'll be at Heroes Con in June 12th through 14th as my next con, and that's in Charlotte, North Carolina. Excited for that one because that'll be the first con that we've done yet, and I got family down there too, so it's like double pleasure there because I get to see some of the fam too. So, but excited for both of those cons. So a lot of prep. We're doing some new mirror art pieces, doing some new. I even had something I was supposed to post tonight, but I got home late, so I didn't get to throw it up. But just a lot of art coming, a lot of work. So just excited for all the stuff that we've been having wrap up on us, and then new stuff on the horizon, like Mando on Thursday. So we got a lot coming. Excited to talk about recent stuff like The Boys and Punisher. I'm sure all of us have some definitely have some thoughts on that, and there's been just a lot to talk about in the geek world of late.
Yeah, definitely it has been. It's a lot that we're gonna actually cover, man, as much as we can. While we can. So definitely thank you guys and everybody out there.
There's a question for me in the chat. I'll answer that real quick. Ghetto Yoda, yeah, I am looking forward to seeing what those One Piece figures will look like once most of them are either up for prototype. I do see the Zoro one that looks cool. I'm waiting for a Luffy once they do that. So really excited about that.
Yeah, definitely, man. Is that the one that was released by that other studio? I forget what it was called.
Yeah, these guys come out of nowhere, dropping One Piece stuff. So yeah, and the bases look very like ornamental and very like dynamic with like dragons and stuff, because there's a lot of just crazy stuff going on in One Piece. So once those really come to fruition and we see those prototypes out, I'll be really excited to see what they do for the main character of the series.
Yeah, definitely, bro. Definitely cannot wait for that because it is, definitely in the scheme of things, and that is a lot, to definitely talk about. But yeah, man, can't wait to jump into it as always. Now, before we do got a couple of things, to get out the way. Of course, we call it like house cleaning. Of course, got to give a shout out to the places where we get a lot of our collectibles from, as we always do. Starting off with, you already know who it is, man. My man Ray over there at Underground Figures, Underground Ray, no NRD, shipping and handling is definitely reasonable. Sign up for that newsletter so you're always up to date as to when your figure's going to arrive and new figures being revealed. Create yourself an account because you never know when it might be free shipping or a discount code on the figure of choice. Hit him up. He'll definitely take care of you as always. Also want to give a shout out to my man Ray over there at Hawk Wars Toys. It's Hawk Wars Ray. Again, always giving you a nice little care package, comic book stickers, figures, the works. Proud sponsor of everything that we got going on over there at the Figureplex Friday Facebook group and your one-stop shop for NR collectibles. Hit my guys are up, and he will definitely take care of you and make sure that you have everything that you need to proceed. Also, got to give a shout out to Brian Wong over there at Maji Case Maji Space. I have the mono, but you can get display option of your choice. Hit him up, and he'll definitely take care of you as always. Tina Cruz, El Deluvio, over there on Facebook and Instagram. If you are looking to basically take your figure experience from here to there, hit her up, and she'll definitely take care of you. She got a lot of dope pieces up there that she's been working on and getting through. So definitely got to give a shout out to her as always. And last,
you know it, Pedro. Say the slogan. Hashtag.
Man, Vincent Dunn Art over there on Instagram, and link to his stores. Dave Minnie, let them know about your stove.
Yeah, man. Regular prints, bought you get one free at all times on the 11x14 joints. All types of different genres there, from unique book page art to album art to glass art, mirror art on the way, stickers, all that good stuff. Star Wars, Marvel, DC, anime, you name it. I probably got something in that genre. If there's something that you want that you don't see, feel free to hit me up. Working commissions are open, so let me know if you need something, and I got you. Appreciate the shout out.
Definitely, man. As always, we appreciate you. We appreciate you. We
Thank you,
definitely appreciate you as always. So today we got, pretty much, some news. You already knew what it was, but it was now finally confirmed, as if we didn't know it was going to be confirmed. I mean, it's not really brand new news, I guess. It's just confirmed. Scarlett Johansson, of course, we already know, is confirmed to be in the Batman, and she will be playing
Harvey Dent's
Harvey Dent's wife in this. So we already know.
Hopefully she isn't sexualized. She'll be mad about that in the future.
What'd you say?
Hopefully she isn't sexualized. She'll be mad about that in the future.
Is has there been a thing about that?
Yeah,
that was her whole thing with Disney.
She's no, like I don't know if she just did an interview or was on social media or something, but she was saying that her introduction to the MCU, like with the Iron Man 2 joints and all that she feels a little uncomfortable about how sexualized they made Black Widow's character when she was debuting, which is very weird. Yeah. I mean,
one part where she wore a skirt in the chair, and that was it. And she beat everybody's ass in like 2 seconds. So
that's what I thought. I mean, I think in Iron Man 2, right? She had it. They kind of like
Tony was trying to get with her. That was it.
Yeah, they kind of made a flirty thing with. But then after that, it was pretty much just
back in business. Right.
So.
Right, it was just like one flirt, I guess, one-sided flirty movie.
It's funny because you never see like. Oh, Chris Evans is mad because he had to have his shirt off in the first Avenger, and
this
they really need that,
right?
Like, yeah, you're a fucking superhero.
I think compared to what we've seen in the comics, especially when you look at Yelena stuff, and then compare it to what the MCU were able to do, it's quite tame. I get what she's saying in terms of like, yes, there's sexually suggestive poses and things like, but that's part of the character of Black Widow, though, is to be so like sexually stunning. It's part of that because
in every MCU movie, all the male leads have had their shirt off at one point or another. In every one. Thor, Captain America, even fucking Ant-Man. They've
I
all
wonder if
had
she
their
feels
shirt
she
off.
was,
So I wonder if
sexualizing.
that's overly sexualized too. I don't know.
I wonder how she feels about N2D.
Come on, bro.
Yeah, I don't know.
Exactly.
It's just weird comments. It's
Exactly.
just I don't know.
Well, see, that's the thing is
She's
like when
butt
you
naked in
say that, yeah, and
Oh,
skin, you know, in her skin or
In her
whatever,
skin, in your skin.
You know,
that's it, kind of wrong. I mean,
when you here's the thing, bro. Like, and I
That's
listen.
so
under
corny.
skin.
I know.
I can't believe she said something.
This
corny
is
like
this is where, to me, it's really crazy how people. It's like when you. I mean, not saying it, and I'm not taking away from her previous body of work. I'm not.
that. No.
I'm not, because her previous body work. I mean, she's a great actress, bro. I'm not going to take that away from her.
Yeah.
She's been doing work. She's been putting work for years.
That comment was just asinine.
And that's cool. But my thing is, bro, it's like when you're making these comments, when you've basically been in a franchise that definitely paid you.
That paid your way. Exactly.
That paid, I mean, literally that
Exactly.
made you, like, you know, and people are looking at that like, bro, my thing is, it's how people basically view the genre, how they look at it now, and they're so quick. That's why I was so happy, and say what you will about Robert Downey Jr., you know, playing Dr. Doom. The one thing that I agree with what he said was, I know that there's a lot of people, he said, but I am happy with playing Tony Stark. He's like, and I refuse for people to basically look at genre films and say that it's not art, because it is. And the thing is, it's just like, now that for her, and I've noticed it, bro, like even in certain things, like there's a level of arrogance with her now. Even, bro, like, Bloomer, the comment that she even made about us, like about collectors, talking about we're weird because we collect things of her likeness, and she felt as though it was a bit weird. And I'm like, well, you signed over your likeness,
right?
It's something that you did. Right. You knew that this was part of the franchise that you signed up for, merchandising, stuff like that. You're out there. So I just hate when people look at it.
I think it's just, I don't know, conflation with her frustration with the entity itself. And every time she speaks on it, it's not like always in the glowing light that you would hope it to be, ideally. So I'm not going to be in the business of like telling her how she feels is wrong. That's some other yucky business. But it's just, I can only say how that comment really, or those actions kind of felt as somebody who's in this space and also who adores your portrayal of Black Widow. I have literally a figure of you as I speak behind me. So it's just kind of weird to have those comments. And like you guys have said, we've seen movies of her before that are way more sexually suggestive, although she's playing, she's trying to embody a whole other person, a whole other character. Yeah. You can kind of argue that here as well. It's just, I don't know. It just seems just untimely. And
just say you're mad at Disney.
That's really what I'm trying to get at.
Like, just say something stupid like that. It makes no. Just say you're mad at Disney. How they did your movie.
Just say you're mad. You're getting.
Just say that. Right.
Well, here's the thing, bro, and I can understand. The one thing I do understand, and I'm just looking at it from two sides. It would have made more sense. Is that you don't want to be pigeonholed as one individual character, like a one style. And I get that. I get that aspect of it where you don't want to be pigeonholed. You want to basically branch out. You want to do other things. And I get all that. And that's completely fine. Nobody's taken away from that. It is what it is. But at the same time, you knew what you were signing up for. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. When you signed up for that role, you knew that was a role that you were going to be playing. And you played it for several films. Black Widow is a marquee. Years. She is part of the Trinity or the group of individuals of the first Avengers that were basically out there. She's part of it. So for you to I don't know. Listen, I like her as an actress. Yeah, I like her as again, like her being out there and doing whatever she's doing, every stance she's taking. I'm going to definitely be excited to see her and Matt Reeves, because I know Matt Reeves pulls a lot out of people and gets a totally different interpretation. So her and Sebastian Stan together, which, mind you, fun fact, in case y'all don't know, in the comics, both Black Widow and the Winter Soldier right now are
still
together in
Yeah,
the comics.
Mhm.
So again, there is it's not
everybody.
it's not out of it's not out of the realm of whatever. She was even with Tony Stark at one point
Yeah.
in the comics. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Daredevil,
So,
everybody.
yeah, like so that's
I think unfortunately I think part of that is sometimes when actresses get a little older and they want the acting and the regalness and everything to be what is sought after, not the young girl sexuality to be what's gets work, because that's not maybe necessarily what you're going to be able to get now. So, you know, then it pivots to, oh, that was wrong when I was doing that earlier, which is kind of, you see that in a lot of genres. Like when people get older, they get a little bit bitter at how the industry favors younger people and in sports and in Hollywood, and that's just kind of the way it works. It's not a problem when you was getting those checks for being younger, but when you get older, then it's an issue, which I hope that maybe those things were kind of maybe taken out of context, or maybe they didn't mean them quite so. So you know, in that aspect, because I don't think she really was abused or distorted by her portrayal. I think, if anything, they toned down Black Widow's sexuality in the films compared to how she used it, and the way that she was used her sexuality in the films was the same way like James Bond would in order to get information from somebody. Like that's what female agents do. Like female cops like pretend to be prostitutes. Like they use what they have to get information to stop bad guys. That's what they did with certain films.
Yeah.
Like that's the part of the Black Widow character, is using your femininity and your sexuality to like literally weave through patriarchy and like bring down like government and society.
I'm sure Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth wishes they could like eat whatever they want when they're filming a movie. I'm sure Hugh Jackman wishes he could just
exactly.
But no, they got to go through torture for their films, get dehydrated so they can get those veins popping in those movies. They go through hell, and you never really hear men complain about all the shit they got to do. Like it's that famous meme, like Barbie is an unfair characteristic for women, for girls, but then nobody says shit about what we grew up with, like idolizing He-Man. It's just that's just as unrealistic, but it is what it is. I mean,
if Chris Evans Captain America was a fat boy, oh my God, they would have been crazy over that.
Plenty of women who are openly admit that they went to go see those movies because they were attracted to them with no shirts and all that. And that's it's something that's
every Marvel film has had to do with a shirt off. All the main characters, all of them, everyone. No over sexualization at all, but
I mean that's maybe male privilege, because I'm not in her shoes. I have no idea what she's had to go through in her day-to-day life living up to that. That's just from my perspective as a fan. I don't know that I necessarily agree with those comments, because I feel like she, wasn't necessarily portrayed in such a horribly like skewed light. I think that
I think that's
badass, man.
That's
like
as well, baby. I just don't see the overwhelming evidence for me to just like jump on your case.
Yeah, no, and that's the thing is,
just say you mad at Disney and Marvel for how you got Jack.
And you know what, and in that aspect of it, she deserves to
complain about that
because they bullshitted her, bro.
They did her dirty, but
they played the fuck out of her, and that was some.
We should have been got that Black Widow movie.
To say that other stuff is
bro.
Way back in the timeline. That's where you definitely
played in her face with that streaming shit. They found a loophole.
Yeah, they did her that.
They knew that was dirty.
And the crazy thing is that was a solid movie amidst the kind of the negative downturn of the MCU. That was a okay movie as we were heading into the the streaming and the at home shit with all of the world event happening that year. But as far as this Batman film, I'm still interested.
The fuck?
It's taking so long, and we have all this stuff, this gunverse happening. I just hope that the movie lives up to the weight and how much shit has just happened in between the time from the last film. And I hope they really do continue to knock that detective noir feel
Yeah.
of Batman and of Gotham, because I think that through line will at the when however they finish this thing, if it will be just that movie that we're getting, or if there will be another movie at the end, just the through line with Matt Reeves stuff, I think that would be a really cool experience as a 1, 2, 3, just to feel that sense of like a detective
Mhm.
cracking the case rather than it's just like capes and villains and those things. It's just a different take of what we've seen in Batman. Because I think we haven't really we've gotten the gadgety, the tech, I guess, the in the cave stuff, but I don't think we've really gotten that detective, like the world's greatest detective vibe from him on the big screen. So I think
We've
that's
waited
their
so long. I've wanted it so long. Bloomer for decades. I've bitched
yeah.
about. Yo, Batman is more than raw punch kick, just yell and scream out of anger, punch kick. That's all the fuck he did for so long,
That
and
same thing with
it's like
Spider-Man. It's
one of the
hard to
great, yeah, one of
focus
the
on.
great
They always
things.
focus on like the one like little
Yeah,
portion when it's like,
they
and
just
they
right. Just take
expand that
one
little
thing.
portion, but it's
Yep.
like, I want that with that right there, that
You can
thing, the
do
him with
more
the
than one.
tech.
Yeah, there's one. That's part of the beauty of Batman is that he wears so many hats. That's why he's a valuable member of the Justice League. That's why he's so popular.
Mhm.
It's not just because he knows fucking karate and wears a bat suit. There's so much more to him than that. And I like that they finally let him be a detective in the Batman. And I love the narration, but it would have been nice if he was a little bit better of a detective. He didn't exactly solve all the
No, he didn't.
puzzles and crimes very
Mhm.
efficiently. So I would like to
No,
see
no.
a better effort in him actually being super intelligent and super on top of everything. And I know it's a young Batman, but I want to see more of that grow, and I would love to see that continue through 2 and 3, and favorably, preferably, if we get 2 and 3 before I'm in a retirement home. Because holy shit, it should not take a decade in between fucking.
Holy, I mean, that's what I'm saying is the wait, for this
I
is,
mean, this dude is
are
gonna
you going to
be.
go to the theater, and the movie has to be good enough where people don't think about the gap of time that they waited. That
It's
needs
like
to that needs to melt away as soon as the credits roll. That shouldn't be a fucking thing. But
Yeah.
if it's not good enough, people are going to go right back to that. Like, damn, I waited this long. It's like you waited in line for shoes, and then you get up there, and then you actually find out the shoes were fucking whack, or they were fake, or whatever. Like, it wasn't what you thought it was.
bro, this is
You're
year
gonna be thinking
two
about the
ish.
line,
It's
not the
like year
shoes.
two ish. It's like year two ish Batman, and Pattinson's 40.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, luckily he's got a youngish face, but damn,
No, hold up. This only gonna be his second year.
I mean, I think the first movie he was year two.
So
I,
this
so I
should
don't
be.
know how.
I
I don't know if
hope
there'll be
they
a time jump.
time jump it. At least have him
I
like
don't know if
5
there'll be
years
a
in.
time
Though.
jump. But
Like,
in the first movie, that was the premise was close to the year two story.
cause seeing Batman not being intellectual as Bruce Wayne, and seeing him like even as the Bat still being outsmarted per se,
It's I
that
hate to
did,
say it, but
it
a
didn't
lot
work
of
for
this
me.
is I hate to say it, but a lot of this is Nolan's fault. I
Yeah,
love
it
it.
didn't,
I love him. I love him to
yeah,
death.
yeah,
But it's like Hollywood feels there's only one way to do Batman now, and it's grounded. Too
yeah,
grounded.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mm,
But
yeah.
but Nolan had Bruce Wayne smart as hell though.
Oh, did he, or did he have Lucius Fox do all the shit for him?
Well, he had to make his stuff, but yeah, I still he gave him the tech pretty much.
That's what I mean. In the
Yeah,
comics, he
yeah,
makes his own tech.
yeah, yeah. That's true. That's true. That is true.
Talking about overly sexualized. I mean, yeah, man.
Mm-mm-mm. Wow.
oh god damn.
I knew Vinny was going through it, man. That's why he's speaking from this point. I get it. I understand it now, man.
Man, you
Riz.
couldn't blend his head in. It's just like, God damn.
It's just
Yeah.
hair.
We all
Is
go
he
through
wearing a
some
Vinny mask?
Right. It looked like the damn Hugh Jackman mask that Deadpool was wearing in Deadpool 2 or some shit.
Look, man. I
Bruh.
mean,
We all go through some stuff. So
I just hope
understand.
I hope I'm worthy, man. I don't know what. I don't,
Bro,
Yeah,
this must
bro.
be Love and Thunder, or
bro, honestly, bro, in this picture, he made you look like a wall burn, bro. You the
It's
lost
like,
Wahlberg,
look
brother,
like I'm
bro.
in
Vinny
pain.
Wahlberg. Huh?
it's like, why
I
didn't
look
make my
like I'm
man
in
Vinny
pain.
out of spare parts?
That's
It's like,
crazy,
damn,
man.
fuck, we got 2 left arms left. Fuck. Well, get
Bruh.
put both left arms, but put a right hand on the other one.
I would just like to say that I'm tired of being sexualized.
Yeah, man. Speak on it, man. Speak on it.
Overly sexualized.
We
But yeah, I
understand.
mean, good man. Listen, I hope it again is worth seeing. I can't wait till it actually drops when it comes out. They are in production right now, so it's going to be good to see pretty much where they're going. And they got a host of really good actors, here, so it's going to be interesting. I want to see how. I'm just it is what it is. Moving on from here though. I mean, I definitely got to talk about this, man, because this hit the fields in so many different ways. I wanted so much more, man. I wanted so much more from it. I wasn't. I mean, I knew going into it, and we all knew going into it what it was. I just wish we could have got so much more from it, man. I just wanted to have so much more, but I understand it. You know what I mean? And I definitely get it. But yeah, man, this was, to me, in my opinion, it was so good. And here's the thing, bro, is now I know everybody basically now for years you've developed a kind of connection to like your favorite version of the Punisher. But this version, I mean, his version of Frank Castle, bro, it's been incredible to watch. And this just brought the feels on so many different levels, man. And I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Jay, I'm gonna save you for last because, like I said, I know you got a lot to say about this in general. Vinny, what's your thoughts on this, bro?
On the whole, what Bernthal has done with Punisher has been extremely entertaining and such a great character study of a soldier going through a lot of PTSD, mixed with a lot of top-notch, exciting, and violent action, which is terrific. Is it Punisher from the comics though? No. It is not our methodical, super intelligent, super plotting, uh, just menacing, mission focused Frank Castle. No, this is somebody going through a lot of pain, a lot of drama, and the way he portrays Punisher is far more dramatic than the comics version of him, who is always stoic and always intentful and always focused on his mission. It's been so long that I don't remember a Frank Castle in the comics that ever doubted what he was doing for a second. And much like it was frustrating for me to see Batman retiring because of Rachel in The Dark Knight Rises, it's a little frustrating watching Frank struggle with his motivation in these various, Punisher projects that tend to kind of repeat a cycle of beginning with not really wanting to do this and ending with him gearing up for the eternal war, if you will. So it's one of those things where it's like it's a great, tremendous character and vehicle that I just chosen to separate as something different because the execution of what he's doing that's different than what it is in the comics is its own thing, and I'm deciding to treat it and judge it in that respect, instead of comparing it to, because if you compare it to the comics, then the Ray Stevens version or even the Thomas Jane version is much more accurate. But Bernthal is just so entertaining and captivating a actor that I get over that, and I just enjoy it for what it is. And I think that this was less of a feature that we all were kind of hoping for, something new, and more of a, hey guys, here's Frank Castle. You know, get familiar with him coming up in our new movie, Brand New Day. And it really felt like a refresher, preview for people who maybe never watched Netflix shows to know exactly what they're walking into when they go to see the Spidey film. Because they didn't really explore new things, kind of retreaded some of the storylines of the previous versions of Frank, and which is fine. I took from it that, what we got from it was entertaining enough for me that I don't need a very deep, thought-provoking Citizen Kane version of Frank Castle. I need John Wick. I mean, when I pick up a Punisher comic, I do not expect exposition. I expect Steve Dillon drawing Punisher, kicking Manucci into a burning building in crazy, wild antics, and Kevin McAllister as a grown-up setting booby traps everywhere, and
The right type of shock value.
exactly. And also, but more importantly than anything, is never being wrong. Like, no matter who he kills, you got to later find out that was a pedophile or dealing drugs to kids. Like, he can't ever be. He has to be infallible that everybody he's killing they deserved it. Those are the two rules: hyperviolence, and he's always right that they were at least a criminal. And in the books, they blur that sometimes, but that's kind of the points. So a lot of the PTSD and the war and the soldier stuff and the Marine stuff, him getting a tattoo that he didn't have before, a lot of that stuff is just kind of like, all right, you just live with it, and you kind of, just look at it for what it is. So that's what I've done with this special, and I'll continue to do as long as Bernthal's playing the part as engrossing as he has been, because it's definitely like you can't look away from his Punisher. It's just incredible.
Mm-hmm. The way I looked at this though was sort of the opposite, because I looked at it as if this was the one thing that you can say this the characterization of this version of the Punisher is one that we haven't got with many characters, and that was, when I look at this, was okay, we know the story, we know what they were going, what they gave us with the Netflix show where we are now, but I also I think this One Last Kill, when people are, because I think it's also not what we think, and the title is not what we think. One Last Kill had nothing to do with him taking revenge out. I think One Last Kill was him killing off that version of what we know, the guilt that he actually had from his family, him finally at the end of this, putting that all aside, saying, this is who I am, and I finally accept who I am as this individual, and there's nothing wrong with it. Him coming to terms with, yo, I'm just that guy. I'm gonna do whatever it takes and whatever I have to do, and I don't give a fuck going forward. Putting or disclosure.
Yes, but this is him getting there again, which he already had to get there several other times. That's my thing. They keep getting to where, like, it's like they keep having to explain why he's the way he is, as opposed to just letting him be Frank Castle. Like, they feel like that's not interesting enough.
But I also think it's, if I look at this, and especially with the crime family, and especially the family where we're at right now, it's something that we didn't get with the Netflix show, which was that level of closure. And I think it's now heading towards the closure of that particular, emphasis on that particular family and what it costs at that particular point. And now him putting that aside, you know what I mean, to say, okay, now this is where I'm at. And I'm hoping even, and now here's the thing, it's going to be kind of odd, somewhat of an odd choice, going from what we've seen from this and what we got at the end of this to Brand New Day. Because in Brand New Day, they're not going to be, and that's why I hope that beyond Brand New Day, we're going to get something else. I'm hoping
Yeah.
that beyond that, we'll see something else from him that's going to warrant that transition from this.
There will be children crying and puking,
There's gonna be a
running
lot of
out of
cutting
the
away.
theater if they
There's
saw
gonna be-
some shit that they saw in this.
There's
Yeah.
gonna be a lot of cutting away. There's gonna be a lot of like,
Mommy!
yeah.
There was some shit they had to cut away in this shit. That was just like, yeah, that's a Garth Ennis comic book spread. Yeah, you're right. That if we saw it, cool, Disney, but I get that you didn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, that's cool. But go ahead. I just had to say that.
No, because it's your turn next.
Okay, well, you guys took a good chunk of it. I really I guess the one salient part of the special for me that I stuck on is I almost felt like in my mind I rewrote the name of the show, because to me it felt like A Tale of Two Daughters. You have the daughter that's no longer here, and you have the daughter that's here, which because just because you lost your baby girl, right, doesn't mean that there isn't more baby girls out there that have a life that they deserve to live, right? And it's like this sad exchange of him losing a good deal part of himself, but receiving this beautiful but brutal and violent new directive for himself, and a way for him to live without the voices, live without the self-ridicule, because those people that are and Pimp Juice will definitely explain it better, but those people that are in the room that are screaming and laughing at him, these are his buddies, the people that he's served with, that people he bled with or even died alongside of him. Those are not those people words. Those people never said those things to him. Those things are what they're saying is a reflection of Frank's own psyche, how he feels about himself. He feels that he failed, right? He let them down, right? And so now it's this kind of like mocking of himself, this self-deprecation, um, because of the fact that he felt that through all of this turmoil is that he's lost himself. He lost the thing that really mattered to him, which was being a father, being a family man. That's what pulled him from all of the shit in the beginning. So to lose that anchor is almost like, you have a weight on a balloon. You're tying that balloon to the earth. As soon as that weight is gone, what happens to the balloon? It takes off. And you can't, as much as you want to do as a weight to try to pull it back down, you can't. It's up to that balloon and the air or whatever element to keep it grounded. It's no longer your out in your control. So the tale of two daughters for me is losing his, but going in and saving the daughter of the shopkeeper. I thought that was a really beautiful exchange point for Frank to say, you know what, there's more to it than this.
I think the beauty of that is it's almost, I'm sorry, Jay, to cut you off, but that's almost like an excuse for him, because they touch on it very small here, but Ennis does a lot more in the comics, that there's a part of him that didn't really want to come home from the war, and when he was just like, gotta be a dad, gotta go to the park, gotta do this shit. I'm this isn't who I am anymore. And there was this great miniseries with Bullseye trying to get into Frank's head of what would really make him fucking snap, and it was him telling Frank, I know your biggest secret, it was that you're relieved. Now you get to just fucking kill and go out and be a soldier forever. And you don't have to be a dad. You don't have to do dad shit. You don't have to do husband shit. And I think in a small way, like that little girl was like him saying, yeah, it is okay that I just keep fucking doing this. I don't really want to quit. Like, this is who I am. And they've touched on that here and there in the comics. And I think that they touched on it really briefly here, that it's almost like, it's like either I'm going to be dead or I'm going to be a soldier forever. There's no other. I'm not getting a job at fucking, UPS or something. This is all I know. This is all I will ever be. So it's either this or death.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I didn't. Hold up. My thing is, what was the restaurant? I didn't notice it. What was in the background? Let me know,
I don't know
Evangelion.
if I caught that detail.
It was just so much going on that I didn't catch it. Now I did catch the Barracuda reference. That I did. So I did basically catch that. We know that's and shout out to Renz because he kind of brought that to my attention. I caught that. Even with the crime family and him being there and what we could see from that. So that was a reference that I did catch. But yeah, the restaurant. Yeah, let me know what was at the forefront and what that was, Evangelion. I'm interested in figuring that out. Jay, what was your take from this, bro?
I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a really good movie. I mean, well, short film. The PTSD aspect that they brought back. At first, I was like, "Damn, he's going back to it again." But then you know what? I'm like, "Wow, yeah, well, that's real shit because it happens." You know what I'm saying? I went over 3 times. Each time something popped off. I was in combat 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
And those things happen, man. What he was going through, seeing his friends and seeing people that passed, and you haven't carrying that guilt that you're still here.
Yeah,
That is real, and watching it hit me, I'm like, oh man, like I've been there.
yeah,
I've been there, I've experienced kind of um that kind of guilt and that kind of um uh asking yourself, why me?
yeah, yeah,
Why am I still here and people that I went with are not? Or I think he may have deserved to be here more than me, or blah 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 blah. And to see him go through all that series of PTSD, he went through like 9, 10 different steps of
yeah,
seeing those things play out to him, man. Like that hit home. Like isolation, that shit cut deep because
yeah,
I was like that for years, like trying to isolate myself from everything. And like Vinny was saying, when you come home, you got to be a father, you got to be a husband. You just left the battlefield 72 hours ago, so it's uh it's an adjustment period, you know. And uh, Frank's time with his family was cut short, so he didn't even get to finish or have that adjustment period because of Billy and what they did, and the Nucci family and what they did to him, So to see him revert back to that heavy PTSD from after Netflix and all that stuff, I thought about it again, like, damn, that happens. That's real. Because in the beginning, I'm like, damn, they brought him back to the PTSD. And then after a while, watching, I'm like, oh shit. Well, you know what? This happens. You still experience it. Even now, I mean, I'm laughing, joking, stuff like that. But I still have my 24-hour days when I'm up all night long. You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? I still have those times where, uh, I go to sleep and I'm back in Iraq or I'm back in Afghanistan. I still have the times where, um, I dream and I'm there and I smell the dirt. I can smell the desert. You can
Mhm.
smell the heat. You can smell
Mm.
gunpowder,
Yeah.
because your brain is a tape recorder. It
Mhm.
records everything, smells, taste, touch, places. It's a tape recorder. And a lot of that times you revisit those things in your dreams and when you sleep. That's why a lot of us avoid sleep,
Mhm.
because you go back. So to see this being played out in a short film like this was kind of eye opening. Like, damn,
Mhm.
and make you check yourself. Like, man, I hope I'm not doing that shit again, or I hope I'm not acting like that again. Let me make sure that if I am, I know who to call for help. I know who to talk to. For my outlets, because Frank is bottled up. He has nobody to talk to.
Yeah.
All his friends are gone. I didn't know that the guy, so that his friend must have died. The one from the vet center.
No, he's
Kurt,
still alive.
Oh, he's still
Kurt's
alive. Oh,
Kurt's
okay,
still alive. It's just that
okay.
it's that Kurt being alive is, and just like just like when he saw
He's just
Karen.
not there. Yeah. Okay,
Yeah,
bet.
it was just basically a conversation with the people that he's closest
Oh,
to.
okay,
And
yeah.
it's kind of yeah. So
Yeah.
he's Kurt's still there. He's still
Yeah,
around.
so at least he still has him to talk to, man, because
Mhm.
them Marines, boy, they got down just like us. Like Marines and soldiers was in Iraq and Afghanistan, getting it done, and to see how he played that role, he played it to the T. He definitely
Mhm.
hit on all. He's been talking to veterans, you can tell. He hit
Yeah,
on all
yeah.
cylinders.
Yeah.
I think his portrayal of Punisher is my favorite by far. I mean, Thomas Jane was real comic booky, but he didn't have enough time. Dolph was okay, and God rest his dead, my man that did Warzone was
Ray
amazing,
Stevenson.
Stevenson. But Berthal, I think that he may not have all the comic book character traits as of yet. I think he's still early in his development of the character, but him and what he's brought to the Punisher character is real.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely realism from a combat perspective and how you come home and how you deal with things. Like he's definitely put it out there for the world to see how veterans deal and cope. I mean, maybe not to the extreme of the Punisher, but you still have those copisms that we deal with daily, and he put it out for the world to see. And I think it's a
Mhm.
beautiful thing. It helps you understand what we go through. Just a small part, but it's dope.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
only gripe was that he didn't get to cut Nucci up like in the comics. That's
Yeah.
what I thought he was going to get her ass too, because
Get
she got
that.
away.
That's what I was thought. That's what
I
I
thought he was going
thought.
to cut her ass up like in the books, but he didn't. He didn't
Yep.
get to do that yet. But I think she's
Yeah.
going to get hers at some point.
oh
Yeah.
yeah, if it's not his
Oh,
own
bet.
maybe they could do a little short run like they did with Wonder Man with him.
Mhm.
I feel like that might be the best place to do it. Just a violent ass TV show.
Mhm.
And then that allows are you going to really, because it's kind of what are you really doing with the Daredevil series? Are you going to like open that up to the Defenders, right? Or
Mhm.
what is this really going to lead into? So that would be a good thing, I think, if they really just have him just have his own violent ass TV show.
I
love
think
the
this
one shot format.
opens. Well, I'm saying I think this opens a floodgate for more Punisher in Marvel and other projects, or maybe another solo project by himself. I really think this is just the spark of the flame when it comes to.
Yeah, I think they're seeing the demand, right, Pimp Juice?
Yeah.
I think that's clear. It's like they see that we like this stuff.
Yeah.
I think it was also nice to see another one shot. We haven't had one in been like 3 years
since Werewolf by Night. Yeah.
And it's is I feel like there's so much untapped potential there. I understand that a lot of people thought it was too short, but had it been like an hour and 30 minutes, hour and 44 minutes, I think that would have been such a great vehicle for this, and where he could have did more. But I think this is, if indeed this is like a, hey, remember Punisher? Like, here he is. But they have that.
Hey, mama.
They have the opportunity to do that with so much stuff that's upcoming. I think that especially with X-Men, where there's so many different characters that you'll never be able to get into the films in a way where
what up?
It's going to be so difficult. What up, sis? It'll be so difficult to do that with the X-Men, and this is such a great shortcut. Like, no, we don't have enough time to tell you Nightcrawler's whole thing. But like, if we did a one shot for Nightcrawler first,
it
pops up in the new X-Men joint. It's so, I feel like it's a layer, and I don't want them to overdo anything, but I feel like they've underused because not everything needs a whole TV show either. So this
Well,
is
see, but
it won't justify if it won't justify a whole TV show. A one shot's perfect. I'm not saying Punisher doesn't deserve a TV show. I'm just saying that there's stuff that there's a happy medium where maybe we don't want a whole Nightcrawler TV show, but like a one shot, that'd be great. And Nightcrawler is just an example. There's so many others. You could do it for whatever the villain's going to be. You could do it for like Mr. Sinister, and then into it.
The underutilization of Punisher, I think, is just because of what Punisher brings to a project. You know what I'm saying? Because people are going to get fucked up if you got the Punisher in the project. But the character itself is so saturated in Marvel, period. Like with different team ups on different teams. They worked for Shield. He's worked for Nick Fury by himself. Like the dude is everywhere. So they need. I think that they need to open the floodgates with him and put him in different projects.
You know what the issue is now, though, Jay? The issue now, though, is Bernthal has like creative control with this cat. Like they might not want a whole big television show where he's going to tell them how he's going to do it.
Well, yeah.
Because
why give him the reins and ride the horse if you're not going to let him get on the track?
Because maybe it was give him that creative control where he walks. It might have been that. It might have been some Edward Norton shit. Who knows? But think about it. After what we just seen with Daredevil Firstborn in the first season with the cops with the Punisher thing, and knowing that the man in real life is super Blue Lives Matter, you don't think it's a coincidence that they never went and touched on that shit?
Yeah, because he would have killed all them on.
No, I'm saying that I think Bernthal, the man, didn't want to have an anti-cop story in his Punisher.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. That's true.
Yep.
I see that. Yeah, I see that.
I mean, I could be wrong.
Because this is after.
Think about it. That story went nowhere. All them boys had skulls on their vests, and Punisher didn't show up, and they didn't touch on it in his special. There's got to be the reason.
Well, I love the one shot, but my thing is, I don't think they gave a good enough explanation for him not being there in season 2 of Daredevil. They should have, and they didn't. You know what I'm saying? They left a door open like that. That's a big door to try to close because he's not there at all. When this shit is going down, like that part didn't make any sense to me. Nope. You know what I'm saying? Like they got to figure out why, or tell us why he's not. Excuse me, he wasn't around for all that shit at some point.
I'm sorry, these motherfuckers ain't got nothing for Wembley, bro. They just don't. They ain't got nothing. I'm sitting up here watching this game at the same time. They ain't got nothing for Wembley, bro. Damn.
What the next game?
No, Spurs to OKC. It's Spurs
to OKC right now, bro.
But yeah, man. I totally enjoyed this series. Like Pip used to say, I think there is a lot of runway that there is for this character in future MCU projects, whether that is team ups or by himself. And I think that with the overwhelming positive reviews that I've seen from people out here, I think that has really shown to Marvel that people love this character. I have loved this character for a long time. The character, the iconicism of the skull of Frank Castle in itself is multi-generational. He has ties to so many different characters, whether that be Spider-Man, Daredevil, some of the most fantastic of Marvel characters he has been in league with. So the sky's the limit. As long as our boy wants to continue to keep playing him, I think there will continue to be great stories and great products to be had from that.
Have some balls, Marvel. Give him the white gloves and boots.
Yeah, they have to give him the space, man.
Yeah, just give it to him, bro.
Give him the space.
Let him, let him do what it is that he needs to do it. And I mean, the character representation is definitely always a must.
Right, because with this little bit of sliver of movie time that he had, he did an excellent one shot. Excellent one shot.
But I like I said, I know even after this film, we're definitely going to see more. We're going to see more of him. You know, whether they choose to give him a series or whatever, which I can take a 6 or a 7 or 8 episode series, you know, from him if they wanted to do that. But you know, we'll see. I want to move on over here to Christopher Priest, artist feature of the week.
Yes, sir.
Again, it was a lot that we didn't really, you know, in this aspect of it. A lot that we didn't cover him. We didn't cover him. We mentioned him once before, but I just wanted to kind of go into like the, you know, because he's produced some of the, you know, even some of my top picks, you know, when it comes from, you know, whether it's Black Panther, whether it's, you know, and again, you know, one of my favorite runs on Steel in general, bro. Like, come on, man. Like, this guy, you know, cooks, you know, when he was basically, you know, even, you know, Black Adam, of course, a lot of stuff that he actually did with DC. You know, man is doing his thing, bro. Vinny, your thoughts?
Yeah, he's I think unfortunately Priest kind of sometimes gets like typecast or pigeonholed into the Black Panther guy, and people forget just how
he's more than
much
just a Black Panther guy, man.
He did
just how much he's contributed to the industry. I mean, he's been around since I was born, 78. He was in comics, and he was the first Black dude to join the editorial staff, and he was part of Milestone. He was a big part of different, like multiple major comic runs. I mean, he's probably most famous for Black Panther, but like Falcon, Spider-Man. I mean, Green Lantern. Bless you, Green Lantern. Action Comics. Emerald Dawn shit was phenomenal. Yeah, Jay, he wrote 50 issues of Deathstroke. What made Deathstroke so dope? Conan the Barbarian is a big part of that. It wasn't just like the Black characters. Like he touched so many different titles, had so many different amazing runs on different.
He did Deathstroke's redesign. Matter of fact, He
was. Co-created Static. I mean, he did so much. He is written so many different like I said, Falcon, Thor. He was on Ray. He was on Justice League, Triumph, Hawkman for a minute.
Black Adam. He did Black Adam too.
Black Adam, Kazar. Wonder Woman, Turok, Impulse. Definitely wrote a bunch of Batman and Inhumans. Vampirella had a nice run on that too. And Superman Lost, which was really good. A lot of people to talk about that more.
I have that book.
And then a lot of like fill-in writer spots, but this dude is like a big pillar of the industry and been a part of so many great runs. I think his Black Panther stuff was such a big shift and change in the character's lexicon that it kind of became what he was synonymous for, and that's like that's what people like know him as. But he's been around and been such a part of the industry and at the top too. And I think that's important too because he wasn't just talent; he was one of the bosses. And I think that is understated how important that he was on the editorial side of comics, not just as a writer. So definitely.
Well, didn't he kind of reboot Black Panther into what we knew in the movies right before the movie dropped? He kind of rebooted
because they had the stuff with Ross, the stuff with Ross. That was him.
That was before the movie dropped.
And they added more. He added more like the political stuff of him being like the king side. You know what I mean of him with the challenges that faces politically and the political climate stuff. So that was a big part of
the Red Lion shit. That's so funny. He
definitely one to mention for sure. I'm glad we got to him because he was huge part of who Black Panther became and who he is now. But he's also had a big impact in everything from Milestone to across the board in DC and Marvel, and definitely a very interesting person in his real life. Like, I mean, the name change from Jim Owsley to Christopher Priest, his music career, his novels,
Mhm.
a proficient writer outside of comics as well, with a lot of very political and dramatic, very intriguing dramatic novels, or covering a lot
Mhm.
of very interesting black topics and other issues. Very interesting cat. Very very talented. So definitely somebody that if you're not up on him, you probably just don't realize you are, because he's touched so many different titles. But one to focus on if you want to dig a little deeper and single out some of his runs and check out what he brought to the table.
Yeah, definitely, man. If
How
you,
long? He did an Icon one too. That was a big run for him too. Icon, right? Was that
I
like
don't
40
remember.
I'm
something
not
books?
sure. I'm not sure about Icon.
I didn't see icon run it when I was looking
I thought he
some
did
of the.
like 30 books or something for Icon. I can't. Maybe I'm wrong.
Uh,
I know he did.
With
He did
Milestone
a.
before he switched over to DC with Icon. I
Yeah, I
thought
know he
maybe
did a
like
run on Iron Man and I'm sorry, not Iron Man. Power Man and Iron Fist.
Iron Man
At
and
one
Iron
point.
Fist. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely did a run on that.
Mm.
If they ever did a biopic of his story, I really believe, even after looking at this pick, that if Bloomer cut his braids, bro, he can definitely play this dude, bro. Like if Bloomer cut off his if
Free.
Bloomer let his braids be under an afro, a little baby afro, if Bloomer would let them do what your boy let them do to him in Stranger Things, we might have a, you know what I mean? What you
That's
think,
it.
Bloomer?
That's it.
He's ain't even.
I think he got it.
Yeah, you know what I mean, definitely. But no, great, great artist.
Yeah, it's a good artist. Yeah.
Definitely one of the best featured artists. But yeah, man, just wanted to kind of talk about him and some of the runs and stuff that he's actually done. What book did you read, Vinny? You said you read?
I read whatchamacallit, Batman 9, Absolute Batman 20, and the new Ultimates. I didn't read Endgame yet, but I did read the new Batman.
Yeah, so the new Batman, especially, well, nine in
Yeah.
general, bro. That, bro, I'm loving this run, bro.
It's the way Fraction handled the Bat Family coordinating. I haven't seen in a minute.
Yeah,
Really, the way that they handled the I mean, it's kind of like a heist film. It was really
yeah,
really cool watching them break down different jobs and responsibilities. Really
yeah,
cool seeing Bruce give Damian more responsibility.
yeah,
Um, I think what kind of happened at the end is takes a backseat, in my opinion, to the world building of the
yeah.
coordination with the Bat Family.
Where
And
everybody was strategically placed, where they had to be at a certain point.
yes,
And the thing is, the what I liked about the ending is it's that it's something that's being planned, but it's how it was planned and the shocker of it in the end. You know what I mean? Of her giving herself up. But I think we know that there is a much bigger picture. There's more with this. But Vandal Savage, bro, like the
I think
way,
that's one of the cool things about it is as
yeah,
efficient and plotting and scheming as Batman and Bat Family is. On the other hand, you got this immortal dude who's been there, done that, seen
yeah,
everything. Who's
yeah,
a tremendous foil to
yeah,
Batman for
to
sure.
Batman. I mean, he's lived forever. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Over 1,000 years. So of course, there's things that he's seen and he strategically knows. And even like the question asked is like, why is he even in Gotham? Like, what is the
Yeah.
point? And I loved the reasoning behind it, doing it because it's just like, why not do something that you think I can't do? You know what I mean? Like, I want to do something that I love this run. Like, I love the costume. You already know sold me, bro. The colors.
I mean, it wasn't even Jorge on this issue, but the blue with him doing the, it's one of the famous comic tropes with somebody like Spidey
Yeah.
or Batman flipping through an area, doing parkour, whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
blue
yeah,
is
yeah.
popping off the page like motherfucker. It's so dope. The only gripe I have with this issue is it's a long running kind of gripe, but the only dude not helping, the only dude not there is Tim because he's on a fucking date. Like, come on,
Yeah, bro.
man. That shit was corny, and he seen his time
Yeah.
too, and he was just like, "Oh,
Yeah.
all right, honey, where were we?" Like, bitch, if you don't get your ass out there.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Like,
Other than that, I thought it was fire. I do think the secret identity getting blown up trope is one of my least favorite tropes
Yeah.
getting blown up.
yeah.
But I'm sure that they have plans to make it as interesting as possible because
Yeah.
this again, we've talked about it many times. The other Bat books are fire too. It is not just absolute. Matt
Yeah,
Fraction's
yeah.
Batman is on point.
Yeah, the other runs, Matt Fraction just is basically doing his thing, bro. I
Yep.
mean, absolute, well, bro, that absolute, it's insane right now, bro. Like,
the twist on the Robins is beautiful. I think it's so
yeah,
fucking dope.
yeah, bro. Like when you have Deathstroke, that version of Deathstroke,
Yep.
who's coming in and look, he's like, bro, CJ, you just have to read it, bro, to understand.
That shit is fucking stupid.
Bro.
Deathstroke in control of a club of Robins, and they're all flying around in a fucking mega tech suit. Like, that's dumb as
Oh, so
fuck.
you read it?
I saw the story. I didn't read it.
So you read it? You sure?
No, I did not see. I did not read it. Did not read it.
2026.
Yeah, did not read it.
Nah,
Did not read it.
but
shit.
definitely, bro. Have you read this run though?
I only have the first four. I don't have. I didn't get past the fourth one, but it's a good
Bro,
book.
you got
It's a good book, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like the Batman. I like that. It's good.
Yeah, the Batman's dope.
Bro,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
fucking fantastic.
I have the
bro.
first four. I have to get like I think 5, 6. What are you at? 8 now? 10?
Yeah,
9 just dropped.
9. So I got the first.
Yeah.
4.
9 that's definitely dropped. So, it's definitely checking out.
I like him because this version of him is back to like old school detective Batman too. He's smart as shit.
Yeah. Bloomer, man. Fuck. Bruh, like Ultimate. Yeah, bro.
Man,
Ultimate
I said it on Friday. I was like, no way, it gets worse.
It gets worse, bro.
It gets worse. Yeah, so it's a lot going on. I don't even know really where to start other than obviously we are still in the city fighting the Maker.
Mhm.
And it's still a multi-front effort going on.
Yeah.
And then we fly over to Captain America fighting was Captain Britain.
Captain Britain. That version of Captain Britain, bro. And he's getting his ass handed to him, bro. In a way that, and I love how they play on the reason why this version of the Cap is the way he is because of what happened with Bucky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And his guilt of what he feels, how that version of Bucky, how that was handled, and the guilt of what he had to do. Bro, Vinny, you haven't read this, right?
No, I wasn't in my pools. I'm heated because I would have been able to read it tonight, but I realized
I don't want to, because it's sort of like I don't want to spoil it for you because I want you to read it. I want you to get to the end of this. But when I said earlier, bro, like it's my thing is the time travel aspect. That's where my fear is because we've seen it all before, bro.
Yeah.
Like we've seen it before. We've been there, we've done that, we've seen it. And I hate that they're relying on that. I hate every fucking book that does that, bro.
You know what's funny is One World Under Doom, like we're making this fight a constant, so that way that can't
Yeah.
be a fucking crutch.
Yeah. 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 That's the and even I like the way it was at the end of One World Under Doom because it necessarily didn't have it had nothing to do with time travel.
Yeah.
It had to do with sacrifice.
Yep. And it didn't just wish it away. They didn't
Nah.
no. There was consequences, and there was it mattered, right? It mattered. It didn't just get wished away. Now you have the entire universe set up with almost like inescapable time travel plan that Maker did, and you would think that if he did that for generations, decades, however long he did it, that there wouldn't be a door open to have it all undone. Otherwise, what's the fucking point? Like if there's like the first person people he would have took out is anybody who could fucking time travel.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're gonna go through all the trouble of getting rid of every hero in the world, but not the fucking time travelers. It just doesn't make sense.
Yeah. And that's the thing, bro. Like with this, it just felt like bro, Bloomer, I'm tired of the Maker, bro. I'm tired. I'm so
he keeps
tired.
Weasley out of everything. He's like,
bro, like
Keep getting away with this.
I never like, bro. I never want to see, and I said this even after this book. I never want to see the Maker in live action. ever.
he's just so awful as a person. Like,
Yeah. I never
You will
want to see the
never see
Maker in live action.
the Maker in live action. They would
Good.
never make him as
Good.
diabolical as he is.
Good.
The thing
He would
is,
make him
Lael,
sympathetic. He'd be sympathetic. They would change him.
I'm going to hold on to this series till it's done because they gave me Ultimates issue 4.
Yeah.
I will hold on to this shit until it's over because of that.
Yeah.
Off the strength of that alone,
Yeah.
I just know they got one more in them they can do.
Yeah.
So
Bloom, that is gospel right there because Ultimates number 4 is so good that the amount of grace that issue alone gives you in perpetuity forever because it's that good that I'm just like, I mean, he did right.
I am hard pressed to I'm hard pressed to not to say this right now, but I think as far as just a one-off issue, that has to be one of the best one-off issues in the last 20 years.
Without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. It is. It is.
So I'm gonna hold on to Ultimate until until the wheels
I
fall
want
off.
you to okay. So this is the thing. I get that, and it was dope. But I try to, if you can, separate that. Separate it and hold it.
You got to though. You have to.
Hold
You're
it
right.
in that place where it was just great for that time and what it made you feel, so that you're not disappointed if you don't get that with this.
Yeah.
I'll tell you
Because
like
I'm
that.
gonna tell you like
Considering
this,
how he's
I
written,
want to
Ultimate,
choke the fuck out of the Maker, bro. I have never hated a character in the way it's the way
but
it's
that's what I
written.
feel like
It's
no,
for you
it
to
can't
hate it.
be. It doesn't feel even like the same dude. It feels like the
No.
editorial is stepping on his neck because nothing about Ultimate Endgames feels like the Ultimates.
No, doesn't. It doesn't. And Vinny, just read this. I want you to read it, and then we'll
I'm
revisit
gonna
it.
pick it up. I didn't realize I didn't have it, so I would have ran.
I want you to read this, and then we shall revisit it because. And here's the thing, Bloomer. What if they don't bring your guy back?
Oh, I'm already resigned to the fact that that's the case.
That's the case.
I'd be like, okay, cool, but I'm resigned to bro was on the ground with his eyes like, come on, yeah, move on.
Yes.
Move on. Let's move on.
And then they moved to Mary Jane and the letter. So it's like they're not going to undo that letter, bro.
They're not.
They're not.
No.
They're not going to undo that letter. That letter was written purposely for you to say and you to know, yeah, he's done. Like they're literally ending this, and I'm like, yo, that was the most popular version of Peter Parker that people gravitated to. It would have been interesting for you to expand on that story, and and you do that. This is why I hate the you're meant to hate him, but why I hate what they're doing with the Maker, bro? Because they're making him over, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Come on.
Like he's probably one of the most he's good. He's working so hard to be one of the most hated motherfuckers ever in life. That's really what it is. He's working so hard to be one of the most hated motherfuckers ever in life.
Yeah, I never want to see this motherfucker, and if they even hint that they're trying to do it in live action, I'm gonna check out.
That's not something I want them to even attempt.
Never.
There's no way that they'll understand it.
We're just too far. There's too many other stories and stuff that needs to be set with the Fantastic Four before we should even, as a fan base, start entertaining that. Exactly. I want to see Franklin and Valeria. I want to see more of Ben.
That's what I want to see, bro.
I want to see Namor trying to get in the middle of their relationship. Like that's the stuff I really would like to see. Dr. Doom trying to beat the shit out of everybody. I want to see that as well. So
Bloom, it's another one of those things. There were 60 years before they. Oh, excuse me. There's 40 years before they did the Maker shit. You got 40 years. You know, I don't think we're getting 40 years, but there's so much story. Don't skip to some recent.
Oh, I would be quite disappointed if, like, early in this Fantastic Four, they try to do some other stuff. You can really do the thing with Sue. Like, don't do that yet. Do the thing with Sue first.
Yeah, you want to do Malice? Cool. You want to do Malice? Cool, but don't jump to Maker. You're not ready,
bro.
Yeah, it's just like no, not. And then that involves a bunch of other characters that are not necessarily in the scene or even in the picture yet. Wait.
Yeah, don't
like Ghetto Yoda. Like, maybe you're right. Like, but like let's just wait to that. Let's just. We're not even there yet to even entertain the conversation. You know,
the only person that I think could pull off, honestly, and this is going to be funny as fuck, but I'm honest. The only person or the character that can pull off the Maker, honestly, is Miles Teller, because he was somewhat of the Maker in that movie, just because of the way he thought and the way
just because he left Thing.
Yeah, bro, he left
2 years.
2 years, bro. 2 years, bro.
I think that would be the smart thing for Marvel to do.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years, bro,
is to take already a Reed Richards that's been that's already been exposed to us and flipping it that way. Yeah. Because we've already, it's almost kind of like, oh well, you guys are gonna copy Sinners, we're gonna do that again, but in MCU, like it's too close to that zeitgeist for me to be like, oh, let's just do that instead of just like, you can actually just do something really meta here, and you can get Homeboy from the first Fantastic Four films if you wanted to do that, like, and you just direct him to just be like, you're gonna be an asshole, but you're gonna take some of that Reed Richards like smart that intelligence, but we're just gonna work that into being the most pettiest motherfucker possible.
Yeah.
And so I think that could work, just being the more meta choice there. But that later on, and I think you might be better with Miles Teller, because the other dude is not that old, but he might be quite old by the time we get to that.
Once we get to that, but and Ghetto Yoda. Malice, they're setting up Malice in the comics to be like one of the next threats, especially within the Fantastic Four, the way they're building it up. But you see how they're even trying to tie that motherfucker in with the Maker.
Yeah, when Galactus shows up and it's like, y'all, can y'all help?
Yeah, I don't like them.
Yeah,
I don't like them adding Malice to this too, bro. Like
Malice,
she's a problem by herself.
So, she's a problem.
Yeah, I don't like that.
And here's the thing, and I'm hoping they're not setting. You can do anything you want, but do not set Valeria up to convert. Don't.
Yeah.
Don't. which almost makes it feel like that was Doom's purpose in leaving everything to her in general, because he even noticed the friction between her and her mom.
It's what's so interesting about her character that there's will she, won't she, but they have her flip, then it's like you can't go
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I mean, you can,
They'll,
but
they'll find a way to
interesting.
screw with Valeria once again. They never let this
I
girl
think
live out.
the
anything good.
interesting thing with Valeria is Doom having a soft spot for her and them
Yeah.
having a connection that humanizes him, not
Yeah.
something that is a tease that she'll go evil. That's not
No.
the interested. That's not what's interesting about their relationship. It's that she's like an anchor for Doom. That's what's interesting about their relationship.
But the Marvel writers will find a way to cut her life short somehow, or to screw her over somehow. Like they never
Somehow.
let this girl live, bro. Like, oh, I'm so tired of how to do this character, dog. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if she's in the next issue she'd be dead or something. Like that's just how they do her.
Nah, yeah, we'll see.
They
how
do her dirty, bro. Every time she's in the story, bro, she gets done dirty. Victor's only soft spot. They always screw with her. It's crazy.
I want to switch over, because I like doing this. I really like doing this, and Jay's reaction is golden, bro. Like it's
Let's
old.
go, because I gotta leave soon and get some rest. So I gotta see this shit. I already know it's going to Green Lantern. Boy.
So did you see the trailer, Jay?
This shit was ass.
You saw the new trailer.
Yeah, everybody going crazy over it. Like, what the fuck are y'all watching? This shit is stupid. It looks dumb. What Green Lantern suit is brown? You hang it in your closet. Like, this shit is dumb, bro. Like, they're going off of a trope from the 19 whatever it was that they changed before you had an energy suit. It's whack. He is the terrible Hal Jordan. Oh my God! How I didn't know. I've never known him to be a dickhead. He's acting more like Guy Gardner than Hal Jordan, bro. Like I'm not liking this version of him at all, bro. And they got to fight, and they fight over one ring. It seems. Like he got to pass it on.
We don't know.
That's how he said you got to earn this ring, and
well, he might be talking about metaphorically, like earning
my dead body. I'll give you the what?
He might be talking about metaphorically, just earning a ring. You know,
they acting like it's only one, and like that's stupid as hell if they do that. Like Guy Gardner has a ring.
Yeah,
I'm not feeling this at all, man. Like I'm not, and it looks like the whole thing going to be taking place on Earth, which is whack. That's a stupid ass idea.
I think the whole story, though, it's not. I don't think a lot of it is going to be dealing with Hal Jordan. I think a lot of this is mainly centered around John Stewart, because honestly, like what I'm wondering is, what is Laura Linney's character playing? Is she playing? What's her name?
You talking about John's coach?
No. Yeah, is it going to be John's coach?
I forget her name. She has pink skin.
But is it going to also be, or could it be John Stewart's? I mean, not John Stewart. Hal Jordan's. What's her name again?
We talking about the one that had she's a purple lantern or a pink lantern.
No.
Not the one her dad owns the.
Oh, you talk? Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
She's sapphire.
She's a purple sapphire.
Purple sapphire. Yeah.
I keep forgetting her name.
Girl.
It's girl.
Oh my God.
Girl. I forget. I forget her name, but
Carol Ferris.
Yeah.
Carol Danvers.
So
right?
I'm wondering because of I'm wondering. I'm not going to say that is, but they also showed a tease of Sinestro in there, but that's a totally different. We'll get to that later.
But Sinestro like a little kid.
No, not a kid. Not a kid. Remember when he was on? Sinestro was locked in a cell, like in not out of universe, not in our universe, but out of.
But I'm saying so that wasn't Hal in the thing. That was Sinestro.
No. Remember they show Hal in the suit. In his suit,
Yeah.
But then he was looking in like this cell, and that inside the cell was the back. You can only see the back.
I saw the purple neck, but I thought it was like a kid. And like
nah, that was Sinestro. It's a back. It was Sinestro. Well, that's what they're saying. It's Sinestro.
So like a kid. Like, who's this young ass Sinestro? Like,
yeah. Vinny, you haven't seen the trailer yet, have you?
I haven't seen this one. I've seen the first one, and I've seen enough.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Yeah.
Don't watch it.
Listen, bro.
Don't
See.
watch
That's the thing is, I thought this trailer was better than the last one. I did.
I mean,
think
they
it was a
followed the
glow
first
up.
trailer up with there can only be one lantern, which is fucking.
That's how they acting, man. That's how they're acting.
Tell me, like you. I mean, even they're doing a bunch of shit that's like trolling
Doesn't
their
make
own
sense.
fucking fans.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
Right.
Because like in the context, you're right. In the context of the show, it's probably like, there's a reason behind the tagline. Oh, they're going because he's only can be like this, but damn well you put up only can be one lantern. The lantern fans, knowing that there's thousands of these fuckers, are gonna be pissed. So why fuck with your fan base so that they can wait and see that there's contextual, explanation for that. But like, you don't why do that though? Why poke the bear? Like, why fuck with people when it's so easy to get the internet to hate bomb your review bomb your shit, to hate bomb your shit. Like the people who are going to tell their sisters, their girlfriends, their brothers who don't know shit about comics to watch this are going to be like, fuck this. You're inviting ill will by being cute. That's what they're doing. They're trying to be cute and trying to be like blaze nonchalant, like they don't give a fuck if the fans like it because they know more. And it doesn't make sense. Like, why are you fucking with your fans who are going through their own PTSD after how the first movie went, and they're already on edge, worrying about this being bad? Then you give, instead of there being like Hal and John and Kyle, like they're all lanterns at the same time. So you have once again the depressed, self-hating loser hero trope. Once again, instead of him being like heroic and like, and don't get me wrong, Hal can be hard to deal with sometimes, but there's a difference between just being tough on John and being like a straight up asshole.
And so Hal can be funny too. He's not a dickhead like this guy.
It's not as goofy as Ryan Reynolds, and it's not as fucking dreadful as what he's doing here. And then you got the suit looking like a fucking bicycle, a motorcycle suit.
Oh my god!
It's a fucking motorcycle suit. I don't understand why.
Horrible.
I mean, I know we'll never see spandex in a TV show or a comic book movie any ever again, and we probably wouldn't see CG, I guess. But like, that's your answer. It looks baggier than Superman suit.
How does Zack Snyder do a still of Jon Stewart, and that still get more play and more respect than this shit right here? It wasn't even in the movie. It was a still of a Jon Stewart that Zack Snyder made for Justice League. Looks 10 times better than this bullshit.
I don't think I've ever seen Green Lantern suit dirty. You ever see a dirty Green Lantern suit, Jay?
Never. I've been reading comics for a long time. I've never seen a dirty suit unless he got his ass whooped or got beat up. That's something different. But I've never seen his shit all messed up, bro. Yeah, I am. This shit sucks. Like it's gonna be whack. I'm really disappointed with this shit, dog. Like this is not where's his visor at? No visor, no nothing. This shit is trash.
Yeah, they're not gonna have visors, are they? Because part of John's thing was, I'm black, fuck y'all, and not wearing a visor.
Right. The Guy Gardner never wore one. Well, he did in the comics briefly, but never like that. He stopped wearing the shit. So that you got guys a dickheads. That's his excuse. Hal Jordan always had the visor on this shit. Always had the visor on. This just look like something you ride a four-wheeler with, bro. Like, this is dumb. Or go scuba diving with. Like, this is not a Green Lantern suit. This is stupid as hell. Like, I just... You're giving the fans a finger, bro. Like, you are. Like, I don't know, man.
That's Deep's costume.
Exactly.
I mean, they're okay.
Is the boys? Is the boys, or is this DC?
But there was okay. So I get what you're saying, bro, and I'm not, again, I
I'm
haven't seen
hating
it
on
yet.
it. And I'm gonna watch it. If it's good, I'll backtrack. But it doesn't look like it's gonna be good.
If it's good, I'll say it's good. But
I'm,
if
I'm
it's
not.
not,
I'm
I'll
not.
say it's
I'm
whack.
not. I can't. I can't. I'm just saying because I can't really. For me, I can't really.
Earth One.
I
See,
can't
that's that
draw.
shit I hate, yo. They take some current version that's a twist, and then they fucking lean on that when there's 60 years of fucking
That
history.
shit is whack. That version was trash too.
But hear me out, bro. Hear me out, because I didn't really get a chance to finish what I was going to fucking say.
Oh man.
I didn't even get a chance to say what the fuck I was about to say. What
You
I'm
asked
saying
for
is,
it.
bro,
You asked for this.
this
shit.
is what I'm saying. I can't draw a conclusion, and I'm not, because I can't draw a conclusion on it if I haven't seen it yet. So I can't basically form an opinion to say whether or not it's dope or whether or not it's whack. I'm just right in the middle. I can't say that this was a step up, because one of the biggest things that people were arguing about was the last trailer didn't show us shit. I mean, it didn't show anything remotely close to the ring. It didn't show the powers. It didn't show, off-Earth activity. It didn't even give you a narrative or direction of where it is. Obviously they're hiding whatever the plot line is for a particular reason. I don't know. I can't really say. I don't know whether or not it's going to be whack. The one thing I do agree on is it looks like they're, and I do blame, honestly, if you look at it, like, where are we upset? Okay, let me compare this. I'm gonna compare. It's not a comparison, but I just want to give you a narrative, like, real quick. So we had the Dark Knight trilogy with Chris Nolan, and what he brought to the table with that was a level of realism. The brooding characters are where we were, right? Then we get, like, after that, we get a version of Old Man Logan that we never seen before with Logan, and where that character was, and it was more of an Elseworld type of situation with him, even though that movie was dope as fuck, right? So I'm looking at that. So there is this continued thing of this brooding, like, they always have to make these characters down on their luck alcoholics, or just don't give a fuck about what they represent. Now we know that Hal Jordan did go through a moment where loss and everything that basically happened did take him back
Parallax.
in Parallax and what he went through there. But this isn't Parallax. This isn't that version of Parallax. Unless they're leading up to that shit, I don't know. I can't fucking say. But I mean, I don't like the suit. I'll tell you that right off the back. I don't. It's like, yo, we moved on from the fucking original X-Men movie, bro. Like, let's move beyond that, unless they're using that to say there's going to be something else, and that's not going to be the suit, or if it's a flashback type of situation, and that there's going to be a new suit. I don't know what the fuck. I'm just hoping that that's not something that John Stewart's going to wear, which we don't get to that fucking point. I'm trying to give this shit a chance. It is James Gunn. You know what I mean? And we know it's not him directing it, but it is somebody else directing it. But it is in that world, because even in the trailer, Vinny, we saw Guy Gardner. They did bring that version of Guy Gardner in, so I know it's going to be different. But at the same time, the trailer was definitely a step up from the original, but it's still hard to say, because honestly, bro, when you look at this trailer, it's Aaron Pierre from, what was that movie called?
Rebel Rage.
That's the way it looks like. Aaron Pierre from,
it's in the same town.
It looks like that's what I'm seeing. With
That's
him
how it looks.
with a book bag. Like, it looks the same. So I'm like, okay, what are we going to get? It's hard to really tell what we're going to get with this, and I'm just kind of waiting to see. I mean,
it's fun. It's so funny because, like, that debut issue with Jon Stewart, it is grounded. It is a grounded issue where they're in a town, and Hal is just like running through the ringer, trying to like make sure that he deserves this and everything like that. And it's real. It's real funny to be like, yeah, that Green Lantern is grounded. It's like, all right, that issue was grounded, and I don't know if that's justification for making it seem like this show should be grounded. It's still
Man, we ain't never getting the Lantern War. And I don't even
No.
fuck with Green Lantern like that. I mean, I low key think the nigga whack. Outside of Injustice, he low key cool. But yo, outside, I really ain't a fan of that nigga, for real. Keep it a buck. But like, I don't even know, man. I'll watch it. I'm trying to stay positive. I'm really trying to stay positive because everybody here is just like, I've been doing this shit for so long, nigga. I know what the nigga is, and this ain't it. So I get it. I'm just trying to stay positive because, like, I'm trying to leave some room for like, can they surprise me at least?
Yeah.
You know, like that's where I'm at. Like, I know everybody has their qualms about it. Hell, I'm in a group where I'm like, the suit kind of looks a little wonky, but I mean, I guess if I can play devil's advocate, there's the actual suit itself does look a little bit of like comic booky. It has to take on. It has to be designed in a way modernly where it has some taste to it. I don't think just straight up 1-to-1. This ain't the Spider-Man suit. Not straight 1-to-1. Just works like that. And that's my opinion. Maybe I could be wrong. And you guys know all the iterations of them.
Isn't this? Is this like? Let me just. Is this supposed to be in universe with James Gunn's version of Superman?
yes.
Yeah, you saw
Guy
Guy Gardner.
Gardner.
Yeah.
Guy Gardner's in the fucking in the damn.
And that is
Okay,
what's so
so-
interesting because you have James who went
Mm.
full comic book Guy Gardner, and then they went True Detective for Hal and John. It
Makes
don't
no
make
sense. Makes no sense.
Yeah, I'm trying to really understand, bro, because I just, bro, like,
And they can't be doing that without explaining because a lot, like at least 90% of people, no, hell no, 98% of people who are interacting with this shit don't even know like the quadrants and the spaces in which lanterns patrol through their universe.
Yeah.
Like
Don't know
our
the
quadrant, the quadrant that they patrol, that John Stewart and Hal are known for patrolling, is fucking large. I think there's other Green Lanterns that they share it with because it's still fucking huge.
28-14.
bro, do you know what these motherfuckers will do? I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna do. It's the same problem that I basically had with Bumblebee. Is that they only showed us Cybertron and the Cybertron War in the very beginning of the movie,
And that's it.
and then
Yeah.
that was it. And then after that, everything was Earthbound. You know what I
Some
mean?
people think
And-
that context is not meaty enough to hold on to really pause, but to really give us something to like go forward with, right? Sometimes they feel like the context is just not enough. Like, bro, like the context is good. That's why sometimes that's what we're there for.
yeah,
Well, it's like they don't get it, so they figured no one will, and they just do their own shit.
and that's when they go sour, bro. Like, that's the thing I try to hold out, but
Yes, we
I
see
mean,
it time
everything
again.
that's being
They're
said so
embarrassed
far.
of their own
This shit
ideas.
looks stupid, bro.
They're embarrassed of their own ideas.
You know what it seems like, and I don't want to completely blame this. Look, you open up the door already. I don't want to completely blame this, but it's hard not to, because he said it from like partly out of his own mouth a couple of times. It's like it is almost like a big fuck you to fans because you know what they want. But then you'll say that you'll openly say that the fans want something different. They want to see something. You can't speak for fans, or you'll do something completely left because you want to be different. Say what you will about Ryan Reynolds' version of Hal Jordan. We got fucking Oa. We got that, bro, in the fucking movie. You know what I mean? We probably didn't get the version of Parallax that we wanted. But we got the version of Sinestro that we wanted.
You got Sinestro was perfect. That his role.
We got the version of Kilowog that we wanted.
Kilowog was perfect.
They learned the wrong lessons from that movie failing.
Right.
They did not fail because it's too weird.
Right.
They failed because they didn't do a good job explaining to you the weirdness.
The weirdness. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
And it's like, all right, if you don't want to do a weird fucking space cop movie show, then don't fucking do it. But don't just do whatever you want and throw the Green Lantern title on it.
Right. That portrayal of Oa and those characters were perfection.
Yeah.
Hal Jordan, even though it was a little goofy, that's how he is in the comics, though. Too. He's not as funny as Ryan Reynolds, but he is. You can't take him serious all the time. You know what I mean? But when it comes to his mission or doing his job, then you see the serious side of Hal Jordan. You know what I'm saying? Like this guy, like he's been in fucking AA for like 5 years with a fucking beat up bike jacket on, acting like a dickhead. Like that's not Hal Jordan to me. I just I can't. If they go to
and you're finding, and it's the other thing where you're finding Hal Jordan, this character that you wanted to be reset. You're finding him in the middle of an arc. I think that's already for a lot of people a turnoff because they just want to start with him. They just want to get a story with him.
Exactly.
They want to start with him, and I get that 100%. But I think that within the zeitgeist outside of comic book fans, I think more people attach themselves to Jon Stewart. Now that doesn't make it wrong or right. I'm just trying to get in the head of how you would come to arrive to this, and I think they're going about it through that lens. Also, one thing I want to posit as well is the reason why I also had a level. I'm still trying to hold on to this level of positivity is because of the fact of what you guys said. Is the diversity of species of characters that are found within the Lantern Corps of multiple varieties, right? Multiple colors, let's just say, or factions. You have that kind of as a foundation, and then this is also coming or helmed by the guy who did Guardians of the Galaxy that showed you, space species diversity and bringing that element
where it gets confusing.
Right, that's where it gets confusing. It's like, well, I thought this was right down your alley, and now it's kind of like
that's the thing. It's just
you're
like,
picking
yo,
and
this is
choosing.
your wheelhouse, and you went Nolan with it. What?
Right. This wasn't the time to go Nolan. This is not the character to go Nolan with.
How is it?
It's a bunch of space cops who wear rings that are powered by their feelings.
Only person you can go Nolan with for like two paces.
Blue men, and your bosses are little blue men. This is not the time for
right.
Serious.
I think, Vinny, the only time you can do that is like the beginning of Jon Stewart's arc. That's it. Because that's out of
it's like
or Hal's, right? You can choose both of those, but
it's weird though because this is one little pocket where it is comic accurate that his debut was grounded, but it's like taking it's like there's a Batman animated series episode where he's singing. You can't put that in a movie and say, "Oh, it's accurate." You know what I mean? It's like it's out of character for the IP. You can't be surprised that people are hesitant because this is such a different take on Green Lantern than that they know, and this coming off of a failed movie, and it's almost like you're punishing everything about that movie and going completely left. But so much of that movie is loyal to what the IP is. Right. It's like because it's like you could have had a younger Hal Jordan who's still in the game mentor John like he did in the comics, and then just write him out. Have him do something different. So that way, if you wanted to work him back in later, you could, and it'd still be a prime Hal Jordan. It's almost like they feel like they can only do one or the other, but there's multiple like Hal, John, fucking Kyle, Jade, fucking there's like 6 different Green Lanterns for 20.
Yeah.
You know what, Vinny? I think
what's the
I heard I was listening to this podcast completely unrelated in a sense, but they said something that in that podcast that really got my attention. It was Strauss Zelnick, who's the CEO of Take-Two Interactive, and he was talking about earlier on. You guys lived through this. When ET came out, the company that did ET, they bought Atari or bought some stock into Atari so that they can make the ET game.
Are you telling us the Desert Story?
So I don't even know what you're referencing. I'm just gonna tell the story. If it's that, it's that.
I think it is. Yeah.
So that was the fucking game was just a tragedy, right? A complete failure. This is at the time where the industry is making video game cartridges, of course. So the lead
Yep.
time for video game cartridges is nasty. So you have to like buy the order. Like you can't like you got to estimate what you're going to sell. If you overestimate, you're going to have a laughable stock over. And if you are right, then boom, you made your money, right? And that failure was like it had a resounding effect, right? There's footage today of those cartridges being like literally pushed into like trash piles, trash heaps, because there's so many of them.
This the desert story. All right, so there are right now 730,000 ET cartridges in the landfill in New Mexico. It's the one of the funniest. Like when I first read that, I thought it had to be like some urban legend that was completely bullshit. And then when I found out it was fucking real, it's just fucking hilarious that they had that made that many were that confident that this was going to be a million selling video game cartridge, and nope. And they had so many that they literally just had to pitch. Think about how much money just
they lost. They lost. I think it was. I think the guy said they lost 50 million in 86. 50 million in 86. Just imagine. So what the parallel that I'm making here is that was a like explosive, resounding effect. Hollywood is smaller than we think it is, right? You know, if you ever you guys live in a big city, and you make your rounds, you're kind of out and about town, you'll bump into the same people, and then you'll bump into people that notice those people. Hot Toys just announced Rhoda, by the way, Leo. You'll see people like that as well.
Bag of bullshit. I just saw it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right. It's just like a soft line. Oh, whatever. We'll talk later. Yeah. So with that made the rest of the industry say, fuck video games, and tying our shit into video games for so long. And I think that is really a parallel to what we're seeing here with Green Lantern. With that movie bombing, it has made it's caused a resounding effect in the industry to the point where we didn't get one with the Snyder universe, right? They didn't even touch the character. And then now we're here, and it feels like it's right now, as we stand, from what we've seen so far, it feels more of an overcorrection towards groundedness rather than, you know, trying it again from a different lens with different people and having faith that will succeed because you have different people and you care about it. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of where we're at, or where I think we're at when it comes to DC and this Green Lantern stuff. Again, I'm gonna try to stay as positive as I can. But again, the suit just it didn't do what it was supposed to do. The green effects, of course, but it was like almost like we should have saw that trailer 1. So it's like, all right, it's almost like Gunn was like, all right, man, here you go, here's your green shit. So it's like at that point now where it starts, I can see where people can feel like this is starting to feel a little begrudging as a process, as they're waiting for these projects to come out, and they're already seeing things that they're not necessarily, not necessarily that they desired. They just want, a really good story, a really good foundation for the character that they love to carry on in live action. And I think that's what the most genuine and positively hearted and also concerned people, I think that's at the heart of where they're at. Like Pimp Juice, I think that's the heart of where he's at. It's like he wants to see the characters that are most beloved to him get a good foundation, a great story that they can carry on to. Because I think also at the heart of that too is that he wants that character to live on with other kids and other generations. Like that's how this thing works.
If this is how they're going to start for the kids for this generation, I feel sorry for them because this is not
right.
a good starting point for Green Lantern for these next generation of comic book readers and on seeing them on screen because by far I'll take Ryan Reynolds Green Lantern over this bullshit and I'm sorry to say I know people might not be the popular opinion, but at least it's something that I know that I see. You know what I'm saying? Like this is not a good starting point for the younger fans of DC that are trying to get into it, or maybe they are and they see this and this is not Green Lantern. It's just not. It's not to me. I don't know. Maybe we'll see.
I think it's just the again, it's the reticence.
Not a good
They're
start.
afraid to show it in its pureness because they think that's just something that these kids won't accept. The younger audience won't accept.
Well, they're idiots then if they're thinking like that.
It's just not.
I don't know. I don't know what the choice is.
It's not a good representation, bro.
At
Like
all.
plain and simple. Like my bad, my mic is acting dumb, but it's not. It's not. Again, it's going to be hard, and I don't want to draw this conclusion now because we haven't necessarily seen it's to its entirety. So I'm just going to wait and see how it's going to pan out. But already from what they're showing right now, it's not it, bro. I don't want to be that guy, but unfortunately, you make us be that person because it's not it. You know what I mean? It's just not it. It's not it. And we want you to succeed. You know what I mean? And I even think that even right now, Marvel's even noticing that, like, we can't do that shit. We can't fuck up because we can't really afford to fuck up.
And that trailer looks dope, so they can't. I'm happy with that.
You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. Anyway, man, time to get out of here because I know Pimp Juice.
I got a break.
Morning cheeks. But anyway, man, thank you all.
Yes, sir. Been there, done that. She's asleep.
Thank you all for being here. Another dope episode.
Literally.
#Campbell.
Jay, what's going on, man? I know you got some shit to do, bro.
Yeah, nothing. Tomorrow's real busy morning. They're gonna go well tomorrow. Other than that, man, that's it. My week's going smooth. I'm having a nice smooth week. After tomorrow, I play golf twice. I think Thursday and Friday. I gotta go up to Daytona with some guys on Friday with some Army guys and play. But that's it. Other than that, nice smooth week.
You said you're gonna be up in Daytona?
Yeah, on Friday to play.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
All right. That's the retired life. I know that.
That's it, man.
Cigars,
anyway,
Lacoste polos and shit, khaki shorts.
That's it. That's about right.
He said Lacoste polo.
That's about right.
Anyway, man, thank you for being here. Benny, what you got going on, bro?
Finishing up some last minute pieces for the con a couple weeks from now. Looking forward to Mando on Thursday, and yeah, man, that should be fun. I mean, a lot of people have a lot of different opinions about it, but I'm going in positive and excited to see what they have in store. It's Star Wars in the movie theater. It's been too long since I could say that I've seen Star Wars in the movie theater, so I'm looking forward to that. And yeah, we'll be back next week. I'm sure we'll be breaking down more boys, and we'll be talking whatever other craziness is in the comic book movie.
I wanted to definitely talk about the boys, but it's late. We talked about enough. We'll actually talk about both episodes.
We'll break down the finale, and we'll get this week's episode, last week's episodes in the
The final episode is tomorrow.
Yeah, so we'll be talking about the penultimate and finale for boys next week, and yeah, so looking forward to it. Happy to be here. Happy to be here next week. So
yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah, and visit your brick and mortars. Go pick up your books. Go try a new book and see what else is out there that might pique your interest. Stay reading. The industry is going through so many ups and downs with corporate. Try to just keep supporting them so that way they got one less reason to take away this thing that we love, man.
Hell yeah. Definitely a lot going on right now. with changes. So who knows what we're going to actually see, especially with this Warner Brother. You already know Warner Brother and merger and shit. What's going on with that shit? So
Crazy.
yeah, everything is crazy right now. So we just got to kind of wait and see. So we'll get more in depth with it as it goes on. But definitely thank you all for being here. Bloomer, take us out, man. What you got, brother?
Man, as always, bro, just happy to be here with my brothers for yet another week, talking all things comic book and all pop culture out there. So hopefully you guys were out there, were entertained by tonight's conversations. And yeah, of course, you guys know the rotation at this point. Monday, here with us, Comic Book Talk with Friends. Wednesday, we'll be back at you guys with another episode of Say What Wednesday. As it seems like we're getting a little bit of something tonight, so we'll see what continues to come out as the week continues up into the Mandalorian and Grogu film release. So just keep it locked here, and then of course Figure Flex Friday. We won't be with you this Friday because it's gonna be Mando and Grogu. So we'll be back with you next Friday to fully complete Winter KO and to crown our winners, of course, and move on from there. But other than that, man, just always, you know where to find me. We're there on Instagram. You can check me out. Are over there on Facebook as well.
Yes,
I
sir.
got some new pictures up, so if that is your fancy, go check those things out. And yeah, not much for me, man. But other than that, just please make sure you are doing the best that you can for those who are relying on you, providing for those who are relying on you.
Yes, sir.
Checking in on your friends, checking in on
Yes,
your
sir.
family. Please be good to one another out there. Know that your words have power. Don't check out that Drake album. Ice Man is ass man.
It's poop. It is booty.
He gave me about 5 tracks that I could repeat, but if there's sustenance, it's lost me.
Bro, the booty.
I hate that he even refers
Lawman.
to the Eagles. Like, what are you doing?
Bro, that
Lawman.
album is
Suman.
booty, bro. Like Benny
I ain't even talking about those other 2 albums.
He released 3, bro.
Trash, man. All of it. It's garbage.
Lawman, Suman. Even when I'm like trying to get excited, I'm like, well, you sued. You sued. Like, how am I supposed to get excited? I'm like in the middle of bopping my head. I'm like, oh, he sued.
Yeah, he sued, bro, and that's where it changes the whole trajectory.
It's garbage. Like I can't even. What you want me to do with this? You sued.
Yeah, you sued, bro. It ain't there, bro.
I'm not even gonna say nothing because I don't want him to sue me next.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not.
I know there's hella people on that docket.
I'm not gonna waste my intelligence to discuss this trash.
Bro, don't. Anyway, man, thank you guys, everybody out there for being here. It's such a great show tonight. Definitely enjoyed it, man. We'll be back here next week for another. Again, like Vinny said, support your brick and mortar. Don't pick up that. Please don't. If for the life of me, if you know what's good for you, don't pick up that Drake album. That Drake album, it is.
Ass man.
Y'all stop reading Absolute, please. Thank you. Good night. Thank you. Good night.
Talk to y'all later, man. Peace, love, and all that great stuff. We out. See y'all later.